guys, I know I'm in the dark right now, but I'm getting over a cold. Aaron brought home some type of bug. When was it? Tuesday, and it was like Monday evening after school, and he stayed home Tuesday. Went back to school Wednesday, started clearing up Thursday, then Thursday I got hit like a freight train with whatever crap is going around. I am fully vaccinated. Aaron's fully vaccinated. My mother is fully vaccinated. And my grandmother is fully vaccinated. And we're all the only ones who are around each other the most, besides Aaron being in school. So, Aaron rebounded fairly quickly within like a day. But my body takes a long time to heal and get over things, so I'm still dealing with the sinuses part, and I have a little bit of a cough, but I spent all weekend resting. I was out of it, sleeping, just taking cold medicine, taking Benadryls, taking pain meds, and taking nausea medication. So this weekend is really a blur, but I wanted to document that earlier Sunday morning at around 4 a.m., my cousin, who is my grandmother's sister's daughter, passed away from COVID. She had asthma. She was still recovering from skin removal surgery, and she had infections from that, and then COVID set in her lungs with her and her son, so she tried to tough it out a little bit at home. Her breathing started to get really bad, and with the asthma, she went in, and unfortunately she didn't come back out. They started her with CPAP, cranked it up, didn't help. Then they decided to intubate her. She didn't want to be intubated, but they were going to do it anyway, so they could try to save her life. And her body was just too weak to recover. They had her on her stomach, and they said they could try tracheing, but her son said, no, that's not any of her wishes. And we just lost her mother at the beginning of the year, my auntie. So this has just been a really, really hard experience, and a really, really hard time for the holidays, and for me. Me personally, just having a lot of I don't know. I think I'm just in shock right now. I think I'm just trying to process everything and trying to stay positive. We do have this vacation coming up. But, that's kind of in the back of my mind right now. But, there's nothing we can do. There's nothing. COVID took her life, and she is gone at the age of 42 years old, with a lot of health issues, unfortunately. So I just want to encourage people. You guys can go and look at my video of when we had to take my grandmother off the vent from COVID last Halloween. I just want you guys to really, really think and consider about the vaccination. It's no, conspiracy. It's no robotic type things. There's no microchip. There's no crazy things you're getting injected with. It's an injection that could probably save your life. Not saying she may have not died, or she may have died still with the vaccine, but it could have made a difference. You know what I mean? Yes, you'll still get COVID. Yes, you can still spread it, but the meat of it is you get to live, and or you get a more better fighting chance of your body recognizing this virus and saying, okay, we know how to try to combat this, and we are going to just send everything we can to this virus, and we are going to break it down, and we are going to make sure that our body recovers, because that's essentially what a vaccination is doing. Your babies are vaccinated as soon as they come out the womb, almost. You get vaccinations for working in healthcare or around kids. Your kids have to get vaccinations to go to school. I was skeptical at first, yes. I'm not gonna lie, I was one of those people. Just because I was worried, it came out too soon and I didn't know if it was tested, and there's not a lot of people like me that have had it, and I've had mixed reviews from my Crohn's and colitis community, especially my community for Crohn's and colitis of people with color. But after seeing all of this hurt and devastation and death, and seeing people screaming and crying and getting phone calls saying you need to come say goodbye to your loved one, they're not going to make it through the night. It's a hard thing. It's a hard thing to make a choice to turn off your loved one from the only thing that's keeping them alive. It's a hard call when you get a call saying that all of their vital organs are shutting down, or their lungs have collapsed, or their lungs are filling with fluid and we can't get rid of it enough. And meanwhile, the other things are working against the body as well. I just say, give your family a fighting chance. Just please get the vaccine. And if you don't, please stay as mindful as you can about this virus. Get tested. Continue to sanitize. Wear your masks, please, for people like me who are immunocompromised and who have autoimmune disease. Because this COVID thing has been going on for almost 3 years now. And the devastation is still continuing from people not taking the right steps. And I'm tired of losing people to COVID. I'm done. I am exhausted. I am drained. I am scared. And I'm not saying I'm scared because of what the government is pushing or what the celebrities are pushing or what they're telling us. I'm scared for the rest of the little family that I have left. And I'm sorry if I have to leave it up to everybody else to make sure that they're protected around my loved one. It's really devastating how people are being very selfish about this whole thing. And I don't appreciate it, to be honest. You did not see what I saw in the ICUs on these COVID units when I turned off my grandmother's vent. You didn't see the devastation of the other families who were suffering, who were going through the same exact hurt as me and my family. And now my cousin, 41 years old, is gone, leaving behind an 18-year-old son to hopefully try to lead somewhat of a normal life. When you spread false information and it costs lives of other people, that's dangerous. That's very dangerous. And I have a compromised immune system. I'm on chemo. I'm on 15 other medications. I see 5 different specialists. So I'm going to do whatever I can to cover myself and my family to make sure that we're still here. And at the end of the day, because my son needs me. And if my 12-year-old son, when the vaccine was approved for children 12 years and up, he came home and said, "Mom, please schedule me to get this vaccine because I want to look out for you. I love you. I don't want you to catch it. I've seen how sick you can be. I've seen you knocking on death's door, and I don't want you to catch it from me bringing it from school because, they're continuing to get cases. And that really resonated with me. That really helped to show me that, if my 12-year-old can make this decision to continue to be as proactive as possible and make a decision as big as that for his own body, I think that speaks volumes. And I did. He said, my school is offering it, but I don't want to get it done at the school. I want you to take me. I want you to be there. And I was flabbergasted. I was like, of course, if that's really what you want to do. And I love you for it, because at the time I didn't know how it was going to react in my body. I didn't know if I was going to have a reaction, or if I was going to get into a flare, or if it was going to help me at all. I have basically followed the directions of my care team, and I've pretty much been staying out of the public as much as possible and at my house. So I've pretty much been homebound for this almost 3 years of this COVID. And for my 12-year-old son to make that decision and to see all the things that I see online about rights and this and that and being forced to do this and being forced to do that. But guess what? People are dying. Maybe you are too naive to see it. Maybe you're too blind, or you don't want to see it, or you don't want to follow the precautions because the government told you to. That's fine. But keep that with you and people that make same decisions as you. Because at the end of the day, those of us who have tried to make sure that we can stay out of the hospital so that if we do catch it, we can kind of heal and quarantine at home, and we have a more fighting chance. Now, I have spoken to my internal medicine, my private doctor, and she says, in theory, that people with autoimmune illness, that have come down with COVID, that have gotten the vaccination, have overcome the virus and have a better fighting chance of living. Also, those of us who are just those that are normal, that have no issues, that have gotten the vaccine, you're more likely to walk out on the other side, not outside in a body bag or in a freezer truck, or creating more lockdowns for other countries because people can't follow the rules, or people choose to be selfish and not be proactive and help save people's lives. So when it's your home, you're going to think twice about it. And let me tell you this, and this is the last thing I'm going to talk about this virus. If you're choosing not to get the vaccine for whatever outlandish, ridiculous reason, don't go to the hospital asking for help and taking over a bed and machines and things that are going to help people who did try to be proactive and continue to do what they needed to do in order to stay safe. But they do need the extra help and need the equipment, and they need the time for the antibodies to build up in their bloodstream so that it can attack this virus and kill it off and get a fighting chance. Because I'm proactive. I got my shot. My family members have gotten their shots. So if we come down with it and I need a hospital bed, I don't want to have to risk my life now because I have some idiot sitting laying and dying on another bed because they refuse to get the vaccine in for ridiculous reasons. I'm sorry. If you're not vaccinated and you get COVID, stay at home. Stay at home. Because you are taken away from people who have made a decision to protect not only themselves, but other people in their family. I would rather have had the worst Crohn's flare than to go into the hospital unvaccinated, COVID and pneumonia in my lungs, and leave it out in a black bag. Sorry, it's just the truth. And there is no sugarcoating it. You know, there is no sugarcoating it. Here's the thing. If you have any people in the medical field that are in the hospitals and who work on the COVID units, ask them. Ask them. Ask them what PTSD they have now from what they've been dealing with for almost 3 years now. Ask them. Ask them how traumatic it is. Ask them how their rates are as opposed to people vaccinated to unvaccinated. Again, it's your choice. It's your body. Go for it. Go for it. Or not. Don't go for it. But don't go in public without a mask. Don't not sanitize and clean yourself. And don't go to the hospital when you come down with it because you didn't take the steps to help yourself stay at home to live and be around your family. You would rather you're scared now that you're going to die and you're going to take a hospital bed. Not okay. Not okay with me. Not okay. I'm sorry, but if my 12-year-old can make a decision like that, there's no reason why you guys shouldn't be able to make a decision like that. You know, I'm supposed to be going to, we're going on this vacation and we're supposed to be having a great time and we're supposed to be carefree and letting everything go. You know what I mean? And then there's always going to be that, well, if they were vaccinated, could she have pulled through? Or was her body just too weak from the skin surgeries and the infection she had, and the asthma combined, and then the lung collapsing, and her not wanting to be on the vent, and trying to make it through with a PAP? If she would have been vaccinated, would she have had a chance on the other side? Again, could have been a 50% chance. But at least her body would have recognized what it needed to fight. And once your body can recognize it, it sends the antibodies to help you combat that virus. That is what a vaccination does. No one ever said it was a cure. No one ever said that you won't get COVID. It is simply saying, give your body a line of defense once it recognizes this virus, so that it won't be as harsh and you won't be suffocating from the pressure and the fluid in your lungs with the symptoms that it causes. That, my friends, is what the vaccination does. And yes, I am one of them who's going to talk about it. Yes, I am one of them who is going to voice my opinion. Yes, I am one of them who are saying you should get it. You should get it and get your booster. If your doctor thinks that you need to get it, get your booster. Because I guarantee you, when you're scared and you're coming down with it and you can't breathe and you're running to the emergency room to help them save your life, meanwhile, you have people over there who might need a little bit of extra help or might just need that CPAP. They might just need the forceful oxygen into their nose and mouth and come out in a couple days and be great. But they were vaccinated. You see what I'm saying? There's a difference. There's a difference in being proactive and your body just not responding. That happens. That's what's gonna happen. You can get the flu shot and still get the flu. You can get the chickenpox vaccine and still get the chickenpox. You vaccinate yourself for all these different things, but it is a line of defense for your body to recognize different things, so that when it recognizes it, it can send the things to protect your body and to help you get over it quicker and not have a plummeting chance and just continue to deteriorate until you're no longer here. So that is where my family has been for the past week. That is what we are going through. I'm sorry, it's bad lighting. I'm in the bed. I'm over it. I'm done. And I'm just, documenting what is going on in my life and my opinion and what I've experienced, what I've seen, how many people I've lost, and how important it is to get 2 simple shots. Do you want to leave your kids alone? Because now, you know, my baby cousin, he's alone. Do you want a fighting chance? Would you want your family to know that you didn't do everything you could to try to protect yourself? Or vice versa, a family member didn't do what they were supposed to do to protect themselves? And now they've spread it, and they've spread it onto you, and they've spread it onto somebody who maybe they can't get the vaccine. You know, that yes, there are going to be people who cannot get it. I totally understand that. I totally understand that. And I totally understand that media and the government has not shown us, especially people of color, trust. And trust in medicine. I know that. Trust me, I know that. If there's anybody who knows that, it's me. But I'm telling you, if you haven't been on an ICU COVID unit, you have no idea. You have no idea. I'm sorry. If I were to get it and I'm already vaccinated and a hospital near me is completely to capacity and there are people that are afraid now that they're dying, they can no longer breathe because they've decided to let people talk in their ear with misinformation and crap and conspiracies and lies and deceit when I might need that bed. Because I've done what I was supposed to do. And my body just needs some extra help. You know? A whole bunch of different scenarios can happen. There could be a whole host of different things that, you know, people will have or not have, or it'll react different in different people. But think about what you put in your body. You eat things, you don't know what's in them. You eat processed food or fast food, you don't know what's in them. So you can't really say, it's mixed with this and this, it gives me that, I've heard it does this, I've heard it does that. You know, there are everyday products that you use that can affect your body. Some deodorants have aluminum in them. A lot of the foods you eat have preservatives or additives or enhancements in it. You put that in your body. No questions asked. You bathe your kid in things or put creams and lotions on them. You wash your clothes with things that could be bad for you and, you know, could give you any type of rash or infection or, you know, reaction. We do that with no problem. But when it's something like this, it comes down to saving lives. And it's something that if the government is pushing it, then it's a big conspiracy. And I find it completely ridiculous. Sorry. So if you would like to follow along on my journey to Cancun, we leave Tuesday. Today is Friday morning. Stay tuned. Click that subscribe button. Hit that bell so you can get post notifications. And just a disclaimer, this is me venting my grief, how I feel, what I've witnessed, and in my opinion. This is my opinion. This is also my channel. This is also my page. You don't have to agree. You can continue doing whatever your poor little heart desires. Your decisions are your decisions. The decisions you make for your family, they are your decisions and your decisions alone. You are the only one responsible for the outcome. It's just the way it is. And it's going to continue to be around, and people are going to continue to die. It's just a fact. So, that is all I have for you to update on my family. Not sure on any arrangements or what's going on from there. I highly doubt my 18-year-old is going to be able to make, or that my 18-year-old cousin is going to be able to make, you know, those hard decisions and who's going to pay for it and things like that. You know what I mean? Because I'm sure she didn't plan on not coming out. But now this is a reality, so our family is really trying to rally. We have a small family to begin with, so it's very few of us, and the 4 of us are leaving, which leaves a handful of us left to help my cousin get through this and find somewhere to live, continue if he wants to go to college, or if he's just going to keep working and build and, you know, going through his mom's stuff and getting rid of things. Is he going to have to, you know, is he going to be able to still pay rent at the house that they are at now? You know, and food and things like that. These are all real things that, you know, wasn't being planned on. And then she declined very quickly. And it's the same thing with my grandmother as well. You know, once they get past the CPAP part, if you need to be intubated, usually things start going downhill very fast and things start shutting down. And it's scary and it's hard. And there are decisions that have to be made for someone's care. Especially when they're young like she is. And, you know, we gave my grandmother a good almost 2 weeks to, you know, try to pull through, and everything just kept shutting down. So same thing pretty much kind of happened with my cousin, and like my grandmother, she had pre-existing conditions, but no vaccines. So I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. I don't know if I'll be posting again. I am gonna do like just the week of Christmas, like a Vlogmas type thing. So I will just be vlogging on the beach, what I'm doing with my family, hanging out, our plane ride, our journey. And yeah, so you can stay tuned for that. If you don't like me because of this video, I totally get it. You can go ahead and be on your way, and you don't have to see or hear or look at me ever again. I'm okay with that because I understand, you know, what I tell you is not going to change people. It's just not. Once people are set in their ways, they're set in their ways. But I'd rather just talk about my experience and throw it out there anyway and try to bring more awareness, because it does tie into my Crohn's. It does tie into me being a single mom. It does tie into my family life, which is what my personal vlogs is about, what my channel is about, and what my Instagram and Facebooks are about. So I hope you guys have a wonderful holiday, and I'll talk to you guys soon.